Hey guys, Making Money with Gary. Today is May 22nd. Today is Thursday. We have Memorial Day weekend coming up, the holiday. And I'm going to show you right here, this is roughly almost 17 pounds of Longleaf pine needles. And the dollar amount for this amount of pine needles, the gross amount would be around $600. And the net amount would be around $400. And I normally get $27 and change a pound and 2 ounces. Now right here I got 16 pounds, 10 ounces. So roughly I have the big rolls, I put them in 8 in each bunch. So there's 8, 8, 8, and then the last bunch is 4. So there's 28 big rolls. Each big roll weighs 8 ounces. So when you add all them big rolls up, there's 28 of them. So it comes out to 14 pounds. Now the small rolls, they each weigh an ounce. I put them in bunches of 8. So when you look at the small rolls, each bunch is a half a pound. So 2 pounds and 10 ounces. 2 pounds and 10 ounces plus the 14 pounds of all the big rolls. Total is 16 pounds, 10 ounces. Now, like I said, I sell these. I normally get $41 a pound. And after it's all said and done, after I pay the website and I pay the shipping, I end up with $27 and plus some change. And I also sell smaller orders for more, and I sell bigger orders for less. But what I average is 27 and change per pound, because I sell small 8-ounce orders for $20, 14-ounce orders for $25, $27. So the prices are all over the board. And then the bigger the orders, a little bit less. So I've been doing this for 5 years. I'm here in South Carolina. I'm in Aiken, South Carolina. These range in length. These Longleaf pine needles range in length between 13 and 15 and up to 20 inches. My average size is between 13 and 15. And I strive to pick between 13 and 15. I don't like to pick short ones. And I'm going to show you what one individual Longleaf pine needle looks like. So I'm going to have to pull one from a stack, which is no problem. So I got the 3-band ones. I put 3 bands on some of these, and let's see if I find, here they are. Okay, these 3-band ones are like 1.5 ounces. So I'm just gonna pull from that so I can show you. And each needle, guys, is 3 needles on each bud. See it? There's the bud, 3 needles. Now, guys, I take a size 13. I'm going to put my shoe up here. Put this next to my shoe. And, well, really with the sunlight you can't see. So I'll put it on top of my shoe. And you can see it's 13 inches. Okay. And these are fresh. The light brown are fresh. And what people do with these Longleaf pine needles, they weave and make baskets. And I normally sell 100 pounds a month. So I'm picking these all the time. And as quick as I pick them, I'm selling them. I just happen to run into a little bit of a slow period where I got a little caught up here finally. And I have like almost 17 pounds here. And normally this right here would take 2 days to pick. 2 6-hour days to pick 16 pounds. And that's 8 pounds a day. And 2 6-hour days, steady picking, possibly 7. And that would be $600 gross of longleaf pine needles, $400 net. So this, and also what I have to do with these is I have to soak them in water, agitate them with a little bit of vinegar to kill all the insects, everything on them. And then after that, I bundle them and I weigh them. But the first thing I do is weigh them. Then I soak them in the water. I'll weigh out 8 ounces, soak it in the water. Then I know that's 8 ounces. I'll pull it out in a secondary sink, and then I'll tie it. And then I'll do the same thing with the 1 ounce ones. I'll soak it in a sink, and then I'll pull it out and throw it in a secondary sink, and I'll tie it. And I keep doing it, And then when I get them all tied and stuff, they drip dry in the sink. Then I bring them outside, and I put them out in the yard and let them dry out. And I'll put them up on something. I'll put them up on a rack, like that horse rack there, and they'll dry up on the rack. And when they're dry, I'll get them and I'll put them in bags, like them bags there, and I'll bring them in the house. And I keep them open. They got to have air. You cannot seal these in a container. I've done that in the beginning. In the very beginning, I had containers like this container here. I sealed them. Well, guess what happens when you seal them in that container? They get mold. They get mold on them. So you cannot seal these. Once you soak them in vinegar and do everything you do to kill the mold and kill everything, you put them in these bags and put them in where they get air. Put like 5 or 6 pounds in each bag, or you could go up to 8 pounds per bag. You know, I think each bag will hold 8, possibly even, you know, I mean, I had these bags stuffed at 10. But once they're tied and stuff, you don't want to pack that many in a bag. You want to pack like 8 pounds in a bag max. And like right here is, I got 3 bags, and I don't really need 3. I could do 2. But I like having 3 because I'll have one bag where I have a little room to move around with. So like, I bring these in my office, and when I sell them, I have to box them. And then when I box them, I mail them out. And I gotta have, you know, I'll keep the small ones in one bag and the big ones in another bag, and I'll keep them in, I'll turn them each different way as I put them in the bags. I'll show you, I'll put these in the bags right now, just to show you how I put them in the bag. And this is what I do. And it's good because I have to, okay, this bag here has a little stuff in the bottom. Now I'm just gonna shake it out. It's all right. You're gonna get this stuff. You can't help it. Now this whole sidewalk here was swept. I swept the heck out of it, make sure there's no insects. So look, I'll put them in. I'll put 3 in. And then I'll put 3 going the opposite way. 3 the opposite way. And then I'll put 2 going the other way. And right there, that's 4 pounds. And then I'll just take these 8. And you know, I do it like this. You don't have to do it like that. I throw the 8 in the bag. Now I got 8 and 8. Now I'll take 2 more of these, put them the other way. Now it's 5.5 pounds. I'll take a third one. That's 6 pounds. Okay. And then I'll take this 8, and that's 6.5 pounds right there, that one bag. See the one bag? 6.5 pounds. See that? Now I got another bag, I'll do it again. And the last bag's gonna have a little bit in it, but that's all right. And here we go. That's my kitty cat. That's one of our kitty cats. We got a bunch of kitty cats, guys. It's all right, Marshmallow. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then I go the other way. 1, 2, 3, the other way. Then I go 2, the opposite way. And then I'll just take 8, and I'll put them in there. That's 8. So there's one loose one. So that there is what, 4.5 pounds. 4.5 pounds. And I'll take 2 more of these. 5.5 pounds. 5.5. Take a third one. 6 pounds. 6.5 pounds. Okay. Okay, so that's 6.5. And then I'll just do it again. I'll take this third bag, and you know, this way they're loose. I could get them. I need, you know, I gotta shake these bags out to get a lot of debris in them. Okay. Now, this bag here is only gonna get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll put 8. 8. And then I'll put 8 and I'll turn it the other way. And then I'll take the last 2 and turn them that way. It don't matter. So here you go, guys. 3 bags. The one bag ain't really full. 16 pounds, 10 ounces. Almost 17 pounds. $600. That's $600 right there. And the gross amount would be like $400. So it's not a ton of money, but it's enough. Now that's 2 days worth of picking. 2 days worth of picking and putting them out to dry, and they're already bundled. And the bundling and stuff would take a couple hours to do this many. It would actually take definitely take like an hour and a half, stop, and then another hour and a half. And then that would be 3, and then 6 and 6, 12. It'd be, all this is 15 hours worth of work, plus soaking them another 2 hours. 17 hours worth of work. It's 2.5 days. You know, because my days are like 6-hour days. But I mean, it's going out to get them, it's bringing them home, and then it's, you know, setting the sink up and doing everything. Yeah, it's 17 hours, maybe even a good 17, 18 hours doing this. And that 17 or 18 hours, you're going to make 600 gross. And after it's all said and done, you're going to put $400 in your pocket. So is it worth it? I don't know. You tell me. It's worth it for me. I've been doing it like this. My prices went way up since when I first started. When I first started, I was selling these for nothing, and I was gypping myself. And believe me, when you go out there and pick these, it takes hours. And people don't want them green. You can't pick green ones. You can't use a green. This is a bench I made, guys. And I made this bench. I made it myself. I painted it, everything. It started rotting. You know, this wood, I got this wood out of a dumpster. And I don't know, the wood's all rotten. So it was a good bench. I mean, it was a great bench. And it had benches here. It had boards coming out here with a place to sit here. And all that started breaking and rotting. And I got them underneath. The planks are underneath. So I'm going to burn this. I'm going to burn it on the weekend. So, and you see my shed here, right, guys? I built this shed myself. I made it from scratch. And right over there is my lemon plants and stuff. And we got a new household pet. We got a duck, and my wife just went to get another duck. But that's another story. These pools here are for the dogs. The dogs come out and they can dip themselves in these pools and get cool when it's hot. So, all right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And what do I sell these lonely pine needles for? This is what everybody must be asking. So wait a minute. I sell these lonely pine needles for people to make baskets and stuff. And they sell the baskets they make for hundreds of dollars. And they make wreaths that hang on the door. And the wreaths, they sell them for $50 a pop. Or they sell them for $30 a pop, the small ones. And if they buy 18 ounces, they could make 15 small wreaths for $30 each. They could sell them. Or they could make 10 big ones for $50 each, and they could sell them. Or they can make baskets, and if they're really good and intricate, and they can weave designs and stuff, the baskets go for anywhere from $50 to $500. And Google it. Google Longleaf pine needle baskets. You would be surprised what these baskets sell for. Google it and check it out. You will be surprised. There's big money in weaving the stuff. I even often thought maybe I should weave instead of being a supplier. I'd probably make a lot more money than what I'm making with these. But I make good money with these. I really do. Because you got to figure, I sell 100 pounds a month. It's 2,700. You got to figure, I seen a guy in Arizona, one of my customers, one of many. And he'll buy like 3 pounds at a time, once every month or so. And I seen what he was selling on the website I'm on. And he sold these baskets. He sold one for $300, one for $400, one for almost $500. And he sold them all within a pretty fast amount of time. And he weaves stuff. It's what he does. It's an art. This is an art. It's like a painter that paints a painting. These people will weave. They'll weave mats that hang on the wall, and they'll weave designs of people in the mat. Weave a face in the mat. Weave a car in the mat. Whatever you could think of, they could weave a design into that mat, and it'll look like a painting, like a work of art. And they sell them for hundreds of dollars too. And they make placemats that you eat off of. And they make so many different things with these Longleaf pine needles. It's hard to believe. So Google weaving Longleaf pine needles and see what comes up. And then you'll see why I'm selling so many of these things. I've been doing this for 5 years. When I first started, I was very slow. I sold a pound or two a month. Now, 5 years fast forward, 5.5 years, I'm selling 100 plus pounds a month. It's insane. But I have a large customer base. I built the customer base up through trust. Because, there's some guys, they'll tell them, oh yeah, they'll put them up like they're selling them. And then the people will go buy them off them. And then it takes them a couple of days to pick them. And I have them already. And people don't want to wait. They want these. They want them now. They don't want to wait give me 5 days and I'll have your pine needles. They ain't going to wait 5 days. So I pick them ahead of time, and I have stockpiles. In the beginning, I was doing it the other way, and I found people don't want to wait. So, but you got to keep these open. They got to get air. If they don't get air, they're going to get mildew. So you want to keep them open, in an open area. You want to keep them in the house. You don't want them outside. You don't want them around bugs. So, believe me, I swept the heck out of this concrete before I put them on here. There's no bugs in them. There's no bugs. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. All right. Thank you.